Hello, it's Milk here today with another bug showcase on MCC Island. This time, to get to the other side is up next to be broken with my different soft locks, including two that just not brick you, but it bricks the entire server. Now, this project has been in work for a very long time, so you're going to see some old footage of stuff that would still work during the time of editing. Now, depending on how long it gets edited and what Nox Crew feels like about all this information being public knowledge, some of this stuff could be patched out already by the time this video goes live publicly. Speaking of which, let's pay respect to the two soft locks that already got ghost patched through the time of making this video. Firstly is the one on Spiral that quickly got patched within the day I commented about its existence after seeing somebody get stuck in it. And then additionally, when Scramble map was brand new, there was a hole in the side of the map, so if you could fall down the side, either with slow fall or you time it correctly, normally you could land in it and go inside the map where you wouldn't be able to get back out. Starting with the clip in the intro is Treetop, and for this one you don't have to do anything at all. The map automatically soft lock itself with the modifier TNT time, which is a natural modifier that can occur in a non-Plobby game, and ultimately just after a short amount of time the map becomes uncompletable because it blows up the whole map and you can't place blocks or anything to reach the other side. So depending on if you have bad RNG within the, I think, 2 minutes rounds of a normal game, it's possible it could even soft lock in a normal game. Now, as you can see, there's 16 minutes left on the clock, which is going to be a while for Plobby to try to wait out the full 16 minutes in order to end the round. So Nox Crew should probably add a setting for the Plobby host to force end a round, because there's probably going to be stuff like this in the future where people don't finish and you have to wait the full 60 minutes because they don't want to. But anyways, this is not really a huge problem for us during testing, mostly because due to the new update, there was a new bug which we used a lot to help us with testing, which is simply by spamming the chat until you get kicked, or you can log off using the escape and then exit the main menu. However, doing the spam text is just a little easier, and once you leave, all you have to do is just rejoin, and just like that, once you get back in, you now have flights, but you're also not a spectator, so you can still go and punch the chicken, punch out players, and all of that kind of fancy stuff. So that's a bug that Nox Crew probably might want to get fixed before this video comes out. But should replace it with an option for Plobby making to allow players to fly during the round, because this helped out a lot during testing through all the rounds. So if you see me flying during the other clips, it's not me fly hacking, it's just using this bug. Now, if you don't want to have any fun on Funhouse, immediately head right and parkour across the stairs onto the railing and just fall down to the corner behind the bouncy house, and then there you are stuck for the whole round. Now, if you don't want to siege the castle on siege, all you have to do is just hang an immediate left right at the start, climb up the tree, hop over, and fall in the hole, and now you're stuck for the whole round. In theory, if someone has slapstick, you might be able to punch someone else into this hole, but I think that's fairly unlikely, but Now for doors, it requires quite the creative setup. So first you want to try to punch each other as hard as possible until you get a punishment, line yourself up so you can get hit and get knocked up, and repeat that once more. So right now I'm on the edge of the wall, and in a short moment I'll get hit up, and then as soon as you fall down right here, you are now soft locked. Now there is kind of one exception with this, is if someone else falls down, if they accidentally punch you, you can get knocked back out. Now given that, if you're up there alone, as you can see when you're walking around, everywhere is 1.5 blocks tall, so there's no way of escaping, meaning you're stuck up there. What is even more game breaking is this grass. Now if you want to find yourself into a sticky situation, Beehive is the map for you. All you have to do is just jump backwards from the start into this first time you come here, and just like that you are soft locked. And I have seen someone get slapstick backwards into there. Now instead, if you're a vegan, this soft lock's for you. This one here I was actually punched into, that's how I kind of came across it. So essentially all you have to do, go back a hair and just drop down, and there you go, you're a soft lock. That's what happens if you don't pay attention at the start of the round, you can end up here. There is still even more locations on this map, but it just be here forever. You keep looking, you keep finding them, but essentially you just have to go across any tree branch, find a hole that you're stuck in, just like that, and there you go. Many more soft locks. After this happened to me in a public game on the same day as this clip, pretty well all maps have the players spawn in the same spot constantly, which leads to a player-made soft lock on a map like this one here, walls, or even cliff, where if there's a void next to the main spawn platform, if your spawn point block is next to the edge, you can essentially get soft locked by anyone just by them repeatedly slapping you with their slapstick and hanging you off into the void in one hit. The only thing that will stop them is eventually once they hit the punching penalty. Now we are on Racetrack, a map where you can build in mine. Now you might be thinking, how is it possible to even get a soft lock where you can just build out? And as you can see, even though I'm placing blocks here, it doesn't place. But you can place out there so you can get back to the main course of the racetrack. And also, if you notice me breaking concrete here, it won't let me break it. So on this map, there is spots where you can't place a break, even though that you're given the tools to do so. So given that, jumping to the section right after the water ends, you just go back a little. Those 2 blocks down is now the soft lock, and you can't place blocks, as you can see. Now you can kind of use a ghost block glitch to try to jump your way out. Again, doors don't work, you can't break blocks, so if you're doing this glitchless, you can't escape without using glitches. The Badlands is also a pretty bad map for soft locks, having 3 of them on it. Now you might be thinking, there's no areas that have protection from block placing and breaking. That is correct. However, when breaking is allowed, you can only break certain blocks like concrete, leaves, cobwebs, and some like non-breakable blocks like cacti whenever you place a block next to it. But other than that, your breaking and placing options is pretty limited. And one of those blocks you can't break is concrete powder. And as you can see, there's 2 concrete powder above with 1 concrete below. So all you have to do is just break the bottom one, go inside the block, and get blocked in. And just like that, you're soft locked. The only way to escape is for them to let you go. Like I said, easy, and I'm having a hard time spelling it. Their location right here. This one's a little closer to the start of the map, and this was the first time talking it through and how to pull it off, so that's why it's a little slower compared to the first clip you saw. But essentially it's the same thing, just different location. The third location is near the end, and just as a different perspective, I'm the one placing the blocks this time around. As you see, per J's is inside, and I have to place a block there and a block above to prevent them from jumping up, and from there they are stuck. And I can safely break that top block right there. And as you can see, we're both trying to break the powder, which doesn't break until we free them at the bottom block there. Now to the dome is next with 2 soft locks. One of them is the concrete powder again. This time you can do it as a single person, so let's jump ahead to that. Once you're inside the dome, you want to hang a right around the ending, specifically to the back room, which is a washroom. But right before you go in it, you break a block and drop below, and you essentially work your way to the wall, build your way up, and just need to find yourself the right spot on the ceiling, encase yourself in, like so, break the block above, and concrete powder falls on you, which you cannot break, and now you're stuck. As you see, breaking not happening. The second soft lock takes a fair bit of prep work, so I'm using that fight glitch to make my life easier to do it. So it's also the first time that people are also seeing in this lobby of me doing it. But anyways, so essentially once you go in, you want to go up either side onto the next level up where there's water. And people notice in chat now about how it's flying. Anyways, you want to mine down, get the water free underneath, and then from here you want to essentially bridge the water all the way to the center so that there is turning some of the lava way at the bottom into sand, which the player can't break. But also the main thing is building out the water, filling up the middle so the chickens will flow up and out, and eventually they will either fall out down to the lava, or in a little bit here you'll see that you can also spleef the chickens to make them fall down if they're a little bit hesitant. just like this. Once the chicken's at the bottom, make a hole that's deep below the natural lava level, cover it up, expose it to lava, and then once it's covered in lava, put water over it, forming cobblestone, which the player cannot mine, and now the chicken is encased in a spot where no one can access it anymore, therefore soft locking you from finishing the round. This honorable mention to the map Canyon. We tried everything to try to create a soft lock. Creepers can blow up the start and end platform, so we're trying to like free the chickens, blow up the platform so the players fall into the lava below, stuff like that. We even tested if putting lava on top of the chickens' heads will kill them. Sadly not, but it does allow them to float up and out. So then we were just trying to get rid of all the chickens from the end platform, and we ended up spending 5 minutes trying to lure a chicken using the pathfinding RG to essentially lure it out above the void, because you can't push them, obviously you can't punch them. Chickens can't jump either, wherever other than bobbing up and down in the lava, so you have to build a perfectly flat bridge, and you have to wait for the chicken to randomly decide to walk in the right direction. So we're just waiting on this one chicken to slowly move out towards the void. So as you can see, the time lapse behind of us just building the bridge and the guardrails and waiting for the chicken to hopefully move the right way. And it should be near up, hopefully sometime soon. There we go. And then there's the last walk. And we're like, finally. And just like that, it's above the void. So it's like, okay, if players die in the void, let's put the chickens in the void. Say farewell and goodbye. And just like that, it disappeared. Now if you notice, it disappeared at the same level that the player dies at. So it's like, okay, what happened to chicken? Did it reappear at the end? Right now there is how many players? 5 players. And checking the end, there's still 5 chickens at the end. So essentially what that means is that the chicken actually respawns, so Nox Crew actually put in some code to prevent soft locks. Yay! But bad for me for content. We also checked afterwards if this logic applied to all mobs, and as you can see, chucking the guardian into the void, it just keeps falling, while Lime Llama there just respawned pretty well instantaneously. So as you can tell, based on that, it's only special code for the chickens.
I know. No.
Even the map know what was coming, saying it even removed the warning signs to be now blank. The soft lock idea was in the works for a long time because we only had a minute 30 to try and pull it off back before the game update, so we were just trying to get the lava to flow from the volcano to be as fast as possible. Every time we got close by being able to flood parts of the spawn platform, but sadly not the entire thing. So we did multiple attempts trying to improve our time to be even faster and faster, but it was always just not quite enough time, but maybe with more skill there could be. Now with the game update adding 20-minute round settings and also that flight glitch made this setup trivial. As you can see, just letting the lava flow over, so eventually then you can just mine all the blocks of the lava flow off the sides, starting the soft lock, and then just to completely fill it in with lava, you just have to go in on the end and mine the blocks from above. And this soft lock is the worst yet, because not only does it soft lock yourself, the whole lobby, and to get the other side, it also soft locks you within Minecraft, as in you can't escape Minecraft. Because as soon as you join, as you can see, they're constantly dying. If you try to open up chat, for example, well, you can place blocks, but you keep spawning there. Yeah, see, I'm trying to type, but every time you die, it just closes whatever. Even if you try to escape to the menu, each time you die, it reopens the menu. So essentially, within one cycle, like if you have bad ping or something, you need to essentially press escape and quickly click on a different window before you respawn, or else you're just going to be stuck there forever. As you see, I'm occasionally placing blocks, but Pure Jays is beside me, so technically I can't escape because I can't place blocks where they are, so there's always going to be lava flowing onto me. So in this round, eventually one person managed to escape, so they freed the others, and I ended up racking over like 1,000 deaths in this one round. The map ended up working out to like 1.4 deaths per second, and that was like even including the building time of setting up the soft lock and going to the end. So the people in Discord got quite a big kick out of seeing that. Other than that, that is all. Thank you to all the people who helped me out test my soft locks over this very long period. I have 2 more projects on the works, so that should hopefully be in the future sometime soon. Have a good day.